It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's definitely a juggle. I think sort of new to being an MP is like quite a steep learning curve. And this place, there's a kind of rules of the game, way of working that you just like absorb through osmosis, and then you get thrown going into a department where the department, it's a full-time job on top of your full-time job on top of your full-time job, and juggling it is definitely an art form.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. But I find it really thrilling, and I'm mum of 2 girls, and not that they necessarily realise quite what's going on, but I definitely think that when we're in this place, holding our space in this place, that I'm trying to be an example to their generation and to them. And you're right, it is a mad, thrilling juggle, but it's, as you say, it's a massive privilege.
Got a teething 16-month-old, so I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm really feeling it today. I agree with both of you. I think it's amazing to be here, that sense of responsibility, and you want to do all of it well, be there for your constituency, like do the ministerial brief, like make sure you're kind of making an impact in Parliament, and it's just finding time to do it all and just kind of be present at home is hard. And there's always a Wednesday where I really haven't seen my son very much, that I can feel the kind of physical pain of like, this is hard. But I think the other bit is exactly as you say. Like, I think Harriet Harman asked her, like, you can do it. She's like, absolutely, you can do it.
Frustration as a kind of working parent is the sort of parliamentary rhythm is still not caught up with what that means. And I think there's still ways in which Parliament can be more efficient so that we can use our time well, either in the constituency or to have a life and spend time with our family. And it's been great hearing the guys be as frustrated about that as the women in Parliament. I think back in the day there was a different expectation. If I think about the journey that Harriet had to go through, it was just much harder because there was an expectation that she had of what she needed and wanted to be as a mum, as well as doing everything else that the guys were doing. Whereas actually now it feels like the guys, not all of them, but a big chunk of them, see their role in the family in the same way that I see my role in the family. And so there's a kind of shared sense of like, we just need this to work.
I think the only thing I do sense sometimes is people say, gosh, how do you manage it all? How are you juggling? Are you seeing your kids? And I don't know if I would get that question if I wasn't a woman.
I think 100%.
And so that is just something you have to deal with and you have to navigate.
In terms of my approach to politics, I think trying to really stay within my purpose and what I want to achieve for my constituents, my community, is the most important thing for me. And if I ever get into ego thinking, am I doing this, or this kind of world it can feel quite kind of tight and small, and there's a sense of who's up, who's down, and the gossip, and I try really hard just to kind of stay in the work that I want to do. And I think having kind of wanting other people around you to succeed, and I think that's what's been brilliant about you both and other people, is really being kind of supportive of what we're trying to achieve, that kind of wanting everyone to succeed together, and I think to create our own kind of culture.
The vote.
Off you go. The vote.